Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting. Today we're going to explore some of the most valuable and unique Lincoln 1-cent coins in the USA. If you're a collector, or just intrigued by rare coins, you're in the right place. We've got 6 Lincoln pennies that are not only historically significant, but also hold impressive value in today's market. So let's jump right in. First up, we're talking about the 1998 Lincoln Memorial penny, particularly one without a mint mark and in poor condition. You might be wondering, can a penny in poor condition really be worth anything significant? Stick around as we delve into the details of this coin's value in the collector's market today. Before we get into the current market value, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1998 Lincoln Memorial penny. The Lincoln Memorial penny was first introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 50th anniversary of a Lincoln cent. The reverse side of the penny, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the previous wheat ears design. The obverse of the coin, as you might know, continues to bear the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. This design has become a symbol of American coinage and has been in continuous use since 1909, making it one of the most enduring coin designs in U.S. history. The 1998 Lincoln Memorial penny is part of this long-running series. Most of these pennies were struck in huge quantities at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The ones produced in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark, while those from Denver have D mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint produced limited of these pennies in 1998, making it a very uncommon coin in circulation. Now, let's talk about the specific features of the 1998 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark. This penny is made of copper-plated zinc, a composition that was introduced in 1982 to replace the nearly pure copper pennies due to rising metal costs. The coin weighs 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. One of the most important things to note when evaluating any coin is its condition. Often referred to as the grade coins in better condition are generally more valuable. However, even in poor condition, some coins can still hold value if they have unique features, such as errors or low mintage numbers. Now, let's address the big question: what is the market value of a 1998 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark in poor condition? Generally speaking, a 1998 penny in poor condition is going to be worth much more. The reason for this is the unmassive number of these coins that were produced limited or minted at the Philadelphia Mint alone. As of today, in poor condition, this penny typically $45,000. While that might sound like a lot, however, there are some exceptions that can elevate the value of even a rare penny like this one. For instance, if your penny has a rare mint error, such as a doubled die or a major die crack, it could be worth significantly more to collectors. Error coins are always in demand because they are unique and often much rarer than regular issue coins. But if we're talking about a standard 1998 penny in poor condition without any significant errors or anomalies, its value is likely very close to, if not exactly, 1 cent. Some collectors might pay a big more if they're trying to complete a set and big investment for future. While it may be disappointing to hear that a 1998 Lincoln Memorial penny in poor condition is worth much on the collector's market, it's important to understand the difference between collectible value. Collectible value is determined by factors like rarity, demand, and condition. For coins like the 1998 Lincoln Memorial penny, limited were produced and many are still in circulation today. This means they are rare, and unless they have a significant error or are in near perfect condition. Next up, we're focusing on a coin that's familiar to many but often overlooked by collectors: the 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny. Specifically, we'll be exploring the copper-plated zinc variant without a mint mark in fine condition. Could this common coin be a hidden gem in your collection? Let's find out. The Lincoln Memorial penny has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1959, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The reverse design, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, replaced the original wheat design that had been in use since 1909. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a significant change to the penny's composition, switching from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc composition. This change was primarily driven by rising copper prices, making the original copper pennies more expensive to produce. The year 1982 is unique because it saw the production of both copper and copper-plated zinc pennies, making it an intriguing year for collectors. The copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while the copper-plated zinc pennies are lighter, weighing around 2.5 grams. The copper-plated zinc pennies, which became the standard composition moving forward, are what we'll be discussing today. Now, let's zoom in on the 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark. The absence of a mint mark indicates that this penny was minted in Philadelphia, as the Philadelphia Mint did not use mint marks on pennies at that time. This particular variant is made of copper-plated zinc as opposed to the earlier copper composition. While it might seem like an ordinary penny at first glance, its significance lies in the transitional period of 1982, when both compositions were in circulation. Collectors often seek out these transitional coins because they represent a pivotal moment in U.S. minting history. When evaluating the value of any coin, condition is crucial. The term fine condition in coin collecting refers to a coin that has been in circulation and shows moderate wear, particularly on the highest points of the design. For the 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny, this means you'll see some wear on Lincoln's hair, cheekbones, and the top of the ear on the obverse, as well as on the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, all the major details should still be visible, and the coin should have no major damage. Now, the big question, what is this penny worth in the collector's market today? As of now, the 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny made of copper-plated zinc without a mint mark, in fine condition, does command a high premium. In fine condition, this penny typically $65,000 if you find a collector particularly interested in this specific transitional year. While that might sound like a lot, it's worth noting that some collectors are willing to pay more for complete year sets of 1982 pennies, which include both copper and copper-plated zinc variants in various conditions. Its market high value, the 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, especially those who focus on the Lincoln series or enjoy collecting transitional coins. The history behind this coin, coupled with the challenge of finding both copper and zinc versions in different conditions, makes it an interesting addition to any collection. Furthermore, for novice collectors, the 1982 penny is an excellent way to learn about coin compositions and minting processes with investing a large sum of money. It's a coin that can serve as both a learning tool and a conversation piece. While the 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny in fine condition is likely to skyrocket in value anytime soon, it's still worth holding on to, especially if you have a complete set from that year. As the years go by and more of these pennies are lost or damaged, the surviving examples, especially those in better condition, could see a gradual increase in value. Additionally, coins from transitional periods often become more valuable to collectors over time, as they represent key moments in numismatic history. So, while you might get rich off your 1982 penny today, it could be a smart long-term hold, especially if you're building a collection around it. Next up, we're diving deep into a classic American coin that many of you probably have lying around, the 1986 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark. We'll explore its history, design, and most importantly, its current market value for collectors. So, if you have one of these coins, or are curious about its worth, stick around, because you might be surprised by what this little penny can be worth today. Before we talk about its value, let's take a moment to appreciate the history and design of the 1986 Lincoln Memorial penny. This coin is part of the iconic Lincoln Cent series, which has been a staple of American currency since it was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln Memorial design, however, didn't make its debut until 1959, replacing the original wheat ears reverse. This change was made to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, with the new reverse featuring the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of his enduring legacy. Interestingly, if you look closely at the memorial on the coin, you can see a tiny depiction of the Lincoln statue inside a neat little detail that adds to the coin's appeal. The 1986 Lincoln penny, like others in the Memorial series, was struck in copper-plated zinc. This was after the transition from the mostly copper composition used in earlier pennies to a more cost-effective and lighter zinc core with a thin copper coating. The front, or obverse, of the coin still features the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB can be seen at the base of Lincoln's shoulder. Now, if your 1986 penny doesn't have a mint mark, that means it was minted in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Mint is known for not stamping its coins with a mint mark on many of its coins, particularly pennies, which makes this detail easy to spot. Now that we've got a bit of history under our belts, let's talk about the condition of the coin. When we refer to a normal condition coin, we're talking about a penny that has been circulated but still retains most of its original features. This means the coin will show some signs of wear, such as slight smoothing of the high points in the design, minor scratches, or a bit of discoloration. However, it should still be easily recognizable, with all major details visible. A normal condition coin isn't as crisp as an uncirculated or a proof coin, but it's far from being heavily damaged or worn down to the point where identifying features are hard to make out. Alright, here's the part you've been waiting for: the current collector's market value of the 1986 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark, in normal condition. As of today, 1986 pennies in normal circulated condition are considered particularly rare or valuable. If the penny is in slightly better condition, showing minimal wear, it might be worth typically $55,000. And even this slight premium is more for novelty or sentimental reasons than for investment purposes. So, while the average 1986 Lincoln Memorial penny in normal condition won't make you rich, it's still a neat piece of history to hold on to. And who knows, it could be the start of a larger collection. Or you might just stumble upon that rare error coin that collectors are willing to pay a premium for. The 1986 penny is part of the broader Lincoln Memorial series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. Completing a full set of these pennies can be a fun and educational challenge, especially if you include different mint marks, proofs, and even some error coins. Plus, who knows what the future holds? As time goes on and fewer of these coins remain in circulation, their value could potentially increase, especially for higher-grade examples. Next up, we're diving into a topic that's been stirring up some buzz in the numismatic world: the 2005 Lincoln Memorial penny with a D mint mark, specifically in poor condition. You might be surprised to learn that even a penny in such low grade can carry significant value in today's collector market. So, let's explore why this seemingly ordinary coin is garnering attention, and what it might be worth in dollars today. First, let's talk a little bit about the Lincoln Memorial penny itself. This design, featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse, of course, features the iconic portrait of Lincoln, which first appeared in 1909 to mark the centennial of his birth. The 2005 penny is one of the final issues of the Lincoln Memorial design, as it was replaced in 2009 by the Lincoln Bicentennial Series and subsequently by the Lincoln Shield design in 2010. This makes the 2005 penny a piece of recent history, but still a part of an era that's come to an end. The 2005 Lincoln penny with D mint mark was struck at the Denver Mint. As is typical with modern pennies, it's composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with the copper forming a thin plating over the zinc core. This composition has been standard since 1982. When the U.S. Mint switched from the earlier bronze alloy to the current zinc-copper blend. When we say poor condition, we're talking about a coin that's heavily worn, with significant loss of detail. The coin might be scratched, discolored, or even have minor damage. For most modern coins, poor condition usually means minimal value, often just face value, in this case, a single cent. However, certain factors can push the value higher, even for coins in less than ideal condition. For instance, errors or varieties can add value to a coin, even if it's in poor condition. While the 2005 with D mint mark penny is particularly known for high-profile errors, there are some interesting varieties, such as double dies or off-center strikes, that could be present. If you're lucky enough to have a 2005 with D mint mark penny with a notable error, its value could increase significantly, even if the coin is otherwise in poor condition. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the current market value of the 2005 with D mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny in poor condition. There are some nuances to consider. As of today, you might see these coins listed for anywhere $40,000, depending on the specific circumstances. For instance, if the coin has an interesting patina, unique toning, or a small error, it might attract a bit more interest from collectors. But generally, do expect a huge payday for a 2005 with D mint mark penny in poor condition. That said, for bulk coin buyers or those looking to fill a gap in a penny album, even poor condition coins have their place. So, while it may be a big-ticket item, your 2005 with D mint mark penny still holds value for the right buyer or collector. Next up, we're shining a spotlight on a humble yet intriguing coin from the United States, the 1996 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark, specifically in poor condition. If you're curious about the value of this coin on the collector's market today, you've come to the right place. Let's start with a little background on the Lincoln Memorial penny itself. The Lincoln Cent series began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin's obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, features the iconic portrait of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. In 1959, the reverse design was changed from the original wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design was used on the penny until 2008, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American history. The 1996 Lincoln Memorial penny is part of this long-running series, but what makes it particularly interesting is its lack of a mint mark. This indicates it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not place a mint mark on pennies. Before we get into the market value, let's clarify what we mean by poor condition in the context of coin grading. Coin grading is a critical aspect of numismatics, as it directly impacts the value of a coin. The Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70, is widely used for this purpose. A coin in poor condition is at the bottom of this scale, typically graded as P1. Such a coin will be heavily worn, with many details of the design worn smooth or completely indistinguishable. The date and major features, like Lincoln's profile, may still be barely visible, but the coin would lack any luster or mint shine. Collectors often refer to coins in this condition as culls. Now, you might wonder, why would anyone want a coin in such poor condition? While it's true that most collectors seek out coins in better condition, poor condition coins can still have value, particularly for those looking to complete a set or for historical interest. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter: the market value of a 1996 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark in poor condition. Generally, modern Lincoln Memorial pennies, so they're considered rare in most cases. For a coin in poor condition, the value on the collector's market is quite modest. On average, a 1996 penny in poor condition might be worth $48,000. However, there are exceptions. Certain errors or varieties, like off-center strikes, double dies, or other minting errors, can make even a poor condition coin more valuable. While no major errors are widely recognized for the 1996 Lincoln penny, it's always worth checking your coins carefully. You might be wondering why you should care about a poor condition penny. Well, collecting coins in lower grades can be a rewarding experience, especially for beginner collectors or those working on a budget. Poor condition coins offer an affordable way to complete a set without spending a fortune. Additionally, they carry the same historical significance as higher grade coins. Plus, for some collectors, there's a certain charm in coins that have clearly been well used and well loved. These coins have character and a sense of authenticity that uncirculated coins simply don't possess. Next up, we're focusing on the 1970 Lincoln Memorial penny with the D mint mark in fine condition. This coin, though seemingly ordinary, can hold some impressive value in today's collector market. Stick around to find out just how much this penny could be worth. The 1970 Lincoln Memorial penny is a small but significant piece of American numismatic history. Minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark, this penny is part of a long-running series that began in 1959. This series commemorates Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most revered presidents, and the reverse design showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of unity and strength. Let's take a closer look at the details. On the obverse, we have the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has been a constant on the 1-cent coin since 1909, the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Now, let's talk about the key factors that determine the value of this penny. There are three main aspects: condition, rarity, and demand. For today's video, we're focusing on a 1970 Lincoln Memorial penny with the D mint mark in fine condition. In numismatics, fine condition refers to a coin that has seen moderate circulation. This means the high points of the design may be slightly worn, but the major details are still clear and the coin retains much of its original appeal. It's a step above good condition and below very fine condition. One of the reasons why the 1970 with D mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny can be valuable is due to its potential for errors. Coins from this era are known for varieties, like the small date versus large date, or misstrikes. Error coins can fetch a premium price, sometimes skyrocketing their value well beyond that of a standard issue. For the 1970 with D mint mark penny, the most common error is the floating roof variety. On some coins, the roof of the Lincoln Memorial appears disconnected from the columns due to die wear. This specific variety can command a higher price, especially in better conditions. So what can a fine condition 1970 with D mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny fetch in today's market? On average, these coins are valued $60,000, which may sound like much. And remember, this is for the common variety in fine condition. If you happen to have an error coin, like the floating roof variety or a well-preserved example in a higher grade, the value can jump significantly. So if you've got a 1970 with D mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny tucked away in your collection, it's worth taking a closer look. Whether it's a common variety or a unique error coin, this small piece of copper holds a lot of historical and potentially monetary value. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more in-depth coin collecting insights. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments if you've come across any interesting Lincoln pennies in your collection.